Welcome back to Max Reviews. I'm Max Vendrakin, and I'm going to be reviewing Godzilla vs. Megalon, which you might be confused because that's not Godzilla vs. Megalon what you're seeing, but I'll explain that later. Godzilla vs. Megalon, then Godzilla vs. MechaGodzilla, and Terror of MechaGodzilla, and that will wrap up the Showa series, and after that I will start reviewing the Hazy series, which there's a couple movies in that I don't have on DVD, so that kind of sucks. But this one in particular, Godzilla vs. Megalon, I don't have on VHS. I guess you could say I do have it on DVD, which is what you see here, but this is Mystery Science Theater Collection Volume 10. This is the only version of Godzilla vs. Megalon that I have. Of course, I can't really say it's a legitimate version because you can't watch it by itself. You have to watch it, you know, with Crow, Tom Servo, and I forget which human was in that. I don't know if it's Joel or Mark or Mike or whatever his name is. But this does have it on there. See, there's Godzilla from Godzilla vs. Megalon. This also comes with a movie called Swamp Diamonds, Teenage Strangler, and Giant Spider Invasion. Anyway, this movie movie collection, no, what I'm talking about. I'm just going to talk specifically about Godzilla vs. Megalon because it's what this is about anyway. Godzilla vs. Megalon. I believe I put it on my bottom 5 on my channel Max Vendrakin. I liked the movie. Don't get me wrong. I love all my monster movies. They're gems. They're like my children's. But this one was just so weird. I mean, with Jet Jaguar being, you know, the wannabe Ultraman, and sliding on the tail twice, and you know, oh my god, Godzilla. Basically, this movie, I would say, is when Godzilla basically full-fledged came out and was just starting his dun 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 dun, I am Godzilla, come to save the day. You know, he sort of started that. I wouldn't say this movie. He basically started that in Hedra. You know, Godzilla wasn't, you know, destroying the city and shit. Instead, he'd come out and dun dun dun, I'm Godzilla, come to save the day, hooray! You know, but I don't know. I think they could have gone without this Godzilla movie. But the Megalon monster is very famous, and I think he's very cool. The team up with Gigan was just classic. It just seemed like, you know, friends against bullies. Basically, was how it reminded me. You know, these, you know, two friends, Godzilla and Gurus, or Godzilla and Jet Jaguar, excuse me. And Gurus was not in this movie. Godzilla and Jet Jaguar fighting these just two bullies, basically, were Megalon and Gigan, but instead of in like Godzilla's Revenge, where they were, you know, theoretical, metaphorical bullies, they are actual bullies destroying shit, actual giant monsters, you know, and that's what didn't kill it for me, I would say, because they were actual giant monsters. They were controlled. Gigan and King Ghidorah were controlled. Or no, Megalon. No, what am I talking about? I was referring to Gigan. Never mind. Retract what I was saying. We need to move on here. Godzilla vs. Megalon gets a 4.5. Let's move on. I just totally messed up what I was talking about, so I'm kind of angry at myself right now. Okay, next movie. This really brought it back for me. Godzilla vs. MechaGodzilla. I think it's a cool ass cover. This was just awesome. A mechanical version of just the King of the Monsters, just whooping his ass a couple of times. This was a bloody movie compared to some of the other ones. Gigan was pretty bloody. This one was bloody. I remember when Godzilla had his first battle with MechaGodzilla and he fell in the water, and the water was just turning into blood, and I was just like, wow, this is kind of getting darker and away from the kids kind of stuff, you know. And Gurus was in the movie for a little bit. He actually had his jaw broken by the imposter MechaGodzilla in disguise. So I thought that was kind of brutal, but also kind of cool, you know. So I was like, awesome, he got his jaw broken. But at the same time, I was like, oh, poor Anguirus. This movie was just gigantically popular. This really brought the series back, you know. This was just great. It was awesome. I can't say much more than that. The monster battles were awesome. Godzilla finally had a foe again that he was a rival with, you know, and it was just great. And this movie started a legacy of Godzilla versus MechaGodzilla. This started it all. Oh, it was just awesome. I give this movie, I give it an 8.5. So 8.5. I think I already forgot what I gave the Megalon. Whatever I said, I retracted to a 4. I can't remember right now. But then came Terror of MechaGodzilla. Personally, I don't like this version. I don't like this movie better than the first one. But this is basically just Godzilla versus the original Godzilla versus MechaGodzilla 2, because it's all it was. Basically, it was a sequel to Godzilla versus MechaGodzilla. But Terror of MechaGodzilla was just awesome again. You know, they had so much popularity with Godzilla versus MechaGodzilla that they had to bring MechaGodzilla back. You know, they had to, because it just drew so much attention in Japan. They had to bring it back. But unfortunately, the way they approached this movie destroyed the industry. It did. The inclusion of Titanosaurus almost saved this movie. Titanosaurus was very, very popular in America, but not in Japan. Titanosaurus was just not a cool monster in Japan. But it was, you know, everybody loves Titanosaurus here. But from what I've heard all over the internet and I've read tons of shit, Titanosaurus just did not make it in Japan. And that's what killed it there, and that's what killed the industry for Godzilla movies for quite a while. But my personal opinion, Terror of MechaGodzilla gets a 7. It was a great movie, a great monster fight, just as fast-paced and action-packed as the other one. Maybe not quite as much. I like Titanosaurus just a little bit more than I like King Caesar. Well, actually a lot more. I like him a lot more than King Caesar. But I do like King Caesar. But this just doesn't seem as classic as MechaGodzilla, the first one. So, you know, that's why I guess it gets a 7, and MechaGodzilla got an 8.5. I could have done without the whole cyborg girl, it's a sad story kind of stuff, because who seriously watches a monster movie for whatever the humans have to say and whatever the humans have to do? You know, no. Us as monster buffs, watch these movies for what? Say what? We watch these movies for what? That's right. We watch them for the goddamn monsters. Duh. So, you know, who cares what happens to the humans? I want to see some monster fights, you know. And this was a great monster fight movie. I don't think it was a great ending to the Showa series, though. I think they should have gone out with a bigger bang. Yeah. But so yeah, Terror of MechaGodzilla got 7. Godzilla vs. MechaGodzilla got an 8.5. I don't remember what I originally said it. Megalon, Godzilla vs. Megalon got a 4. So alright, tune in next time and I will start the Heisei series. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I don't think I've ever heard it actually said. Heisei, Heisei. So, you know what it is. It's when 1984 started. Or Godzilla 1985, I should say. Or Return of Godzilla. All the way to Godzilla vs. Destroyer. Those movies. Alrighty. I'll talk at you later. You guys are awesome. Bye.